Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. And after a nice perfect rejection from critical resistance level based on the 61.8 Fibonacci level from all-time high down to October low, despite a perfect rejection there today. Look at this candle that we got here. Nearly side by side to the previous day candle. Today was a choppy day. Alright, I wrote here on my Discord for the general lean. However, since I believe we are now in the chop phase, I am expecting traps with weak follow through. Remember, don't be greedy. Play the setups and be defensive with any gains. You know, I give my usual plan to take profit level to level style. Okay, mentioned to the group a lot, and also to the viewers on YouTube, that the false breakdown setup is the greatest trade setup of all time. And it worked well today, okay? Market overall chopped, as you can see. If I zoom in here, that yellow line at 427 level, what happened? What happened is we had some false breakdown setups, guys. All right, market gap below 427 at open, recaptured 427, hit our 428.5 as target, got rejection there, came back down, bounced off 427ish again, hit our 428.5 target, got rejection there. We got a breakdown of 427, but what happened? False breakdown setup, went right back to our 428.5 target at the end of the day. Chop day, just like I wrote in my general lean. But why? Why did Uncle Charles think it was going to be a chop day today? Well, if we zoom out here, we can see we had a rally. Okay? Last Thursday's low was 416.7. This week's high is 430. That's a rally. Okay? And what happens after a rally? We start chopping. Got to build strength for the next trend move, okay? The market phases between two phases. I've been saying this for years. The trend phase, where the market picks a direction and moves in that direction, whether it's up or down, pretty easy to trade. That's what happened with this flagpole, if you will. The $13 rally here. Trend phase. And then after the trend phase comes the chop phase, where the market looked to fake out both the bulls and the bears so that they can build strength for the next trend move. It could be to the upside, it could be to the downside. When the market enters the chop phase, it's important we recognize it, because we need to identify the chop range. Okay, usually when the market enters consolidation mode, chop phase mode, we're gonna get chop phase patterns like the bull flag, right? Descending wedge, triangle patterns, stuff like that. Today looked like a descending wedge. All right, and look at that, it's trying to break out after hours. Okay, but besides this pattern, you know, it doesn't really matter what the pattern is, bull flag, channel, whatever. It's all the same principle. We find the range, and the breakout of the range and the breakdown, or the breakdown of the range, will tell us when the chop phase is over, usually. Okay, but something I do want to mention to you guys as well is, as much as I love the false breakdown setup when the market is in a bullish trend, or as much as I love the false breakout setup when the market is in a bearish trend, as great as those trend are for trend days, those setups are for trend days, they work great for chop days as well. Just like I said with the false breakdown setup intraday with the 427 level, we got some nice level to level moves. It wasn't nice big trend move, but even on chop days, there are opportunities to make money. Level to level style, you just got to wait for the right setup with the right risk management. And what's the right setup on chop days? You guessed it, the false breakdown and the false breakout setups. If the market is going to be choppy on those days and they're looking to trap both bulls and bears, instead of being victims of the trap, we play the trap. Does that make sense? All right? That's what we do. We play trap setups. We trade false breakdowns and false breakouts here on Uncle Charters' channel. And it worked well, level to level style. But is this enough to give us our higher high, another higher high, break through that 61.8 fib level? Is it enough? Or was this just a regular pullback and we're ready to go pop up some more? Well, the price action, only the price action can answer that. But what Uncle Charters can do as usual is identify the level. So if the market decides to go up, we know when to go long. If the market decides to go down, we'll know when to go short. All right. So I'm going to move this triangle, the top of this triangle pattern. You guys see this red line? That's my 428.5 level. The market recognized it, guys, as a level. Had a lot of sell pressure there. 1, 2, 3 on the 15-minute. This is the 30-minute candle. Sorry. 30-minute candle. You can see we got 3 rejections from there. All right. So there's clearly sell pressure and there's liquidity up above there. All right. Will the market makers look to go take out that liquidity? Maybe. Okay. We will know they'll do that if 428.5 breaks out. Okay. And if 428.5 breaks out and then gives us a false breakout setup where it breaks back down, that was likely a liquidity grab. Stop loss hunting, if you will. Okay. And if the market decides to go stop loss hunting and they give us a false breakout setup where it closed back below 428.5, that is when I would look to short. Another setup I would look to short is the breakdown of 427. The market used this level multiple times today, a couple of times, false breakdown setup to trick us out. I doubt, maybe tomorrow, I doubt they will use it again. So if 427 can break down, we could possibly go test the bottom of the wedge pattern, all right, which would be for tomorrow on 425. So breakdown of 425, remember this pattern. Anything within this pattern, okay, test here, and test there, okay? Anything within this pattern is chop. So if SPY breaks down 425 tomorrow, it's breaking down this pattern. That's how we know the chop phase or the basing phase is ending or possibly ending in favor of the bears to go lower, to hit lower targets, 423, 420, 418.2. All right. So look for the breakdown of 427 and 425. That is what bears need, or a false breakout of 428.5. All right. A false breakout or breakdowns of support is what bears want. Based on these levels, that's when you want to go short, the trigger to go short. Now, if you're a bull and you like following the trend because the trend is your friend and uncle is your family, and your family member uncle says, if we can break out 428.5, right, that will be bullish. That would be bullish. A good way to confirm that the breakout is legit is on the retest. All right, so if you look at this 423 level, for example, we broke out 423. We retested 423 as support, got buying pressure, and it went up higher. Okay? Or look back at this 427 level from last week, where we cleared 427 and then treated it as support. We found buying pressure and we got more upside. So if we break above 428.5 and it retests 428.5 to give us the roll change, because right now it's resistant. If it gives us the roll change, it should change it to support. Test it as a support. If we get buying pressure, that's put 429.6 and 430 zone in play. Above 430 would put August 2022 high in play, 431.5 to 432 zone. So above 428.5 is bullish. Break above that, and if it can clear, test it as a support and bounce, that's bullish. If it clear 429.6, that's bullish. Okay, the trend is your friend, and like I said, the market phases from chop phase to trend phase. Can't just go straight up. It needs some consolidation. All right. So I don't know if we're gonna go up or down tomorrow, but what I do know is I got a plan. I shared my plan, and I'm gonna follow my plan, sheep style. Bah! Now if we move to triple Q, you can see it's also consolidating. It needs to break above 355 and 356. To be bullish, to put 357.5 to 358 zone in play with 360 above. All right, break above 355.5 to 356 resistance zone. That will be bullish for QQQ tomorrow. If it can't do that, we could still be basing, and you see this flag pattern right here. Got some more downside. So if we break down 354, look out below 352 to 352.5 zone in play with 351 and 349.6 below. This is a 15-minute chart. Now if I go to the daily chart and zoom out, remember guys, see this white line? I have fib levels from all-time high down to October low. 61.8 fib levels at 349.7. Loss of that level is when Uncle would switch back to being bear bias on the QQQ, because that will be one hell of a false breakout setup. Okay, I also have fib levels from March 2020 low to all-time high. The 23.6 fib level is at 351. So those are two critical support levels, 351 and 349.7. Two critical support levels. If lost, this will be one hell of a false breakout setup, okay? But if it tested, you want to see it defend, all right? So for tomorrow, short 354 to put lower targets in play, long recapture of 356. IWM bounced while QQQ and SPY was chopping. IWM didn't give a damn and just started bouncing. Cleared my 50% fib level at 183.3. That's good stuff for the bulls, that is. So as long as above that, the breakout's intact, and that keeps 187, 190, and 192.4 in play. If you're a bear, you want to see a breakdown or a gap below 183.3 to put 181.7, 179.6, and 177.5 in play. Tesla, holy moly, Tesla. I had a fib level. My 1.23.6 fib level was at 220.87. Well, Tesla closed above it. Gave us a breakout despite the RSI so darn overbought. It broke out. Gave us an outside daily candle here. It's bullish because this candle's bigger than the range of the previous day candle. That's bullish, guys. So as long as above 220.87, it is bullish on the Tesla. All right, bullish on the Tesla. It's gapping up. Is there news that just popped up? Well, if it's as long as above 220.8, I tell you this, the next big target is at 228.5 to 229 with 235.5 above that. All right, you want to get bearish on the Tesla, 220.8 and 217.6 must fail as support to put 214, 212.5, 210 and 207.7 in play. All right, Apple, unfortunately we're just chopping. I had the news mixed up, January 5th, January 6th. You know, it rhymes. This is why I stick to price action, guys. So I apologize for yesterday. I had the news thing with the VR set with Apple and stuff mixed up. But overall though, seeing the aftermath of this is kind of disappointing. They didn't get a buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. Looked like it did though, and that is a bearish candle right here yesterday. But we got some buying pressure here. All right, 177.5 to 178 is buy zone. We still need to see the breakdown of this multi-month trend line, which is now at 175.2. Breakdown of that is when bears take over. But as of right now, guys, looks like Apple is basing. All right, and you know, it set a new high at 184.95, almost 185. So I got resistant at 180, 181.7, and 183. Those clears. 185 incoming and maybe a new all-time high. All right, you guys got my support. Short the breakdown of support. Don't argue with the price action, guys. Speaking of price action, I mentioned yesterday for NVDA that was in a chop range, and the support was 386.6. Got a beautiful breakdown. All right, went as low as 381.5ish. I think I had a support there, but we bounced. All right, so remember the false breakdown setup. If you want to be bullish, it needs to recapture 386.6, preferably clear 389 to put 392.8 in play. Above that, I will be bullish with 399 and fall 2.7-ish back in play. But if it can stay below 386.6 tomorrow, watch the support at 381.5. That was today's low. If it can break today's low tomorrow, 377 would be in play. And below 377 could be really, really bad. I'm talking like waterfall bad. All right, we'll see. And somebody asked, Mass Money, my viewer, Mass Money, what's up, bro? He asked, can I check out AMD? All right, well, here's AMD. I have fib levels from what is this? November 30th, December 30th. Yeah, November 30th, 2021 all-time high down to October 2022 low. Okay, that's where these fib levels from. AMD cleared the 61.8 fib level, guys. It cleared the golden zone at 122.5. As long as above 122.5, I'm bullish on AMD with 130.4 in play. 130.4, 133-ish, 136.5, and then 140-ish. All right, stay bullish above on AMD above 122.5. If you want to get bearish on AMD, wait for that false breakdown. Needs to break back below 122.5 to put, let me see here, to put 119, 116.5, and we have a gap all the way down to 109 to 109.5-ish. All right, that's the levels I got. Follow the price action. Okay, what am I missing? Anything? Oh, can't forget about the VIX. Yes, guys, it did. All right, as weird as it is, the VIX went even lower. Yes, it did. Broke 14 support. Holy moly. All right, it hasn't been this low since June of 2021. All right, I mean, if it's gonna get a strong bounce eventually, right? I got 13.4 and 11.7 as next support, guys. Don't try to call a bottom. As weird as the VIX dropping, you know, don't call a bottom. I have resistant at 14.5 and 15.5. Actually, 16. 14.5 and 16. Needs to recapture those levels. Watch for that false breakdown setup, right? VIX is in oversold territory. Watch for that false breakdown setup. Could explode to the upside, which could cause a drop for SPY, like rug pull style. All right, it's very, very low. Interesting. And here's the dog pull order. We had over 600 million in premium at that 427 level, which is also actually one of my support levels. So good to see. 427 is important. We're gonna short that if it fails tomorrow, and if 425 fails, short it too. But above 428.5, we're going long. And here is the SPY. 500K premiums off, premiums or above you as usual. You guys see it's bearish. We look here at all the 1 month, bullish for the 1 month. For June 16, all June 16th day, all calls. Oh, this one's a put. 425 strike price. This one's a put. But the other three they're calls for 430 strike price. This one's pretty in the money. But mostly calls. Okay, you guys see that? Let's go to QQQ. 72% in the puts. 1 month out. 71% in the puts. Not much for 1 month out. IWM 1 month out. Bullish. Mostly block orders though. Institutions are trying to trade this. All right. All expiration still bullish 80%. You guys saw that big move. All right, good to see a small cap leading the way. It's usually a healthy sign if it's an uptrend. Apple, what you got for us? 74% in the calls. 1 month out, nothing for 1 month out. Overall bullish still. Tesla, anything interesting? 72% in the calls. Seeing a lot of sweep orders. 1 month out, bullish as well, 95%. All right, guys. And what else you want to see? NVDA. How about NVDA? 56% in the calls. All right, not much contracts for NVDA, guys. That's underwhelming. 3,500 content for calls, 27 for puts. Underwhelming for something like NVDA. How about AMC? AMC 100 all in the puts. All right, that's not a lot of oh, that's 49,000 all in the puts. All right, all in the puts, even though nothing for 1 month out. I think I covered everything, right? It's a lot. Here's the VIX. 54% in the calls. When are you guys gonna be right? The VIX just been dropping. Anyways, hope you guys found value in that. I'm trying here, guys. Trying to share, knowledge is power. Just trying to, share information. That's all I'm trying to do. Hope you guys found value in it. Other than that, have a great evening. Discord members, I won't be in. I got jury service. Unfortunately, I got jury service. I'd much rather be in my office doing what I love, trading with you guys, serving you guys, but duty calls, civic duties, so I gotta show up, and hopefully they don't pick me, because it's jury service, not actually jury duty, so hopefully they don't pick me. But if they pick me, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? All right, have a great evening, guys. Peace.